This morning I took the dog to daycare, so I'm hoping that I will get out this sometime this morning, a couple times today actually, to do a little walking. So I was thinking about doing a walk and talk, and so hopefully we'll get a chance to chat a little bit later today. Hey friends, I am outside. I'm going to take a quick walk. I thought it would be a great time to do a little walk and talk. It's beautiful out. It is kind of muggy, actually. I think it's supposed to rain today. So, have about a half an hour before my next meeting, so I thought I would come in here and just have a little chat. Let me let you guys see the lake. Yeah, so I was thinking about, I was reading an article, and it was in the AARP magazine. Yes, I get the AARP magazine. I've bought it for a long time. But there was this article in the AARP magazine, and it was talking about breakthroughs in Alzheimer's treatment and care. And as I was reading through the article, I realized that they're not talking about food or nutrition in that article at all. And I kind of felt a little bit discouraged. It's like when you read some of these magazines and stuff that everybody looks to for good, valuable information, and you see that there's a huge missing element here, in that there's no thought or no discussion about the impact that nutrition has upon the body. So the article, I believe it was talking about, new treatments for Alzheimer, new medications, breakthrough medications for Alzheimer's. And sadly, we know that Alzheimer's can be treated with nutrition, with good nutrition. And by good, I mean like a carnivore diet. So I just found that fascinating. And I really am hoping that soon we'll start to see a turn in the tide towards more education about proper human diet. I know that for me, I'm kind of inundated with it because, I watch a lot of YouTube. And so I'm constantly flooded with information from various doctors and, lay people who are talking about the carnivore diet and the amazing benefits that they've been having. I think I was listening to, Carrie was interviewing a couple at the carnivore meetup in Thiensville that happened last weekend, which I missed, and such a bummer. I really wanted to go, but it just didn't work out for me to be able to be there. But he was interviewing this couple, and the wife was talking about how her husband would just sit on his chair or on the couch and basically unable to speak very much. And he was saying that he was struggling with, words and trying to be able to get words out. And that he's been on carnivore for 5 weeks, and he's amazed at how he's able to speak. And the words are coming, and he's like, it's great words that are coming to him to be able to speak now that he's on a carnivore diet. And I'm just like, That's incredible. That's incredible. I have Alzheimer's and dementia in my family, and there's one thing I don't want. I don't want to have Alzheimer's, and I don't want to have dementia. My grandmother was 92 years old when she passed away. She had dementia, and she was blind from her, I think it was type 2 diabetes, that she her basically her pancreas stopped working, and so she had type 2 or type 1 diabetes, I don't know, one of them. I used to have to go give her injections, but I didn't know too much about it. So, but she died afraid and in the dark. And my aunt would say how she would like rip the curtains down off the walls and stuff. She was just terrified. And it sounds like a really horrible, existence to be just afraid. And my grandmother was a wonderful woman, very kind, very generous person, and I hate to think of her just being afraid like that, because her brain stopped working properly, and that she didn't really have to go like that, if we had known about a proper human diet for brain function. So this has been on my mind just to do a walk and talk about this. I don't want to go out of here with dementia and Alzheimer's. So just keeping it real, some of the things that I've been struggling with is, as you guys may know, if you've been watching my channel, you know that I gave up sweeteners and coffee back in October of 2023. But over the last month or so, I've been letting a few things creep back in. Coffee, I added decaf coffee back in. I haven't had any regular coffee, but I added decaf back in. That's just full disclosure. I'm getting ready to take that stuff back out again, because I'm feeling like a little bit of searching for words, and where I wasn't struggling to think about things, kind of starting to feel a little bit of that struggle coming back. I was driving to Costco, and on my way to Costco, you have to cross this little overpass, and if you know me and you've been watching, you know that I have this issue with anxiety. And so as I was coming up to cross over the overpass, I just observed the fact that I was having some anxiety, and was like, okay, so, I went on and crossed over and kind of let it go at that. But, just observing the fact of what's happening within my body and within my mind. So it's time to, tighten things back up again, clean things back up again, because I do not want to have Alzheimer's. I'm going to be 58 this year, and people may say, well, you probably don't even need to worry about that yet, but I don't know. The man that Carrie was interviewing was about 65 years old, I think, sitting on his chair, unable to think, unable to communicate effectively. And he may have not even realized that was going on with himself until he went on carnivore and realized, oh my God, look at this, the words are coming. So, yeah, this is something that I just definitely do not want to have as part of my story. So I thought, let's walk and talk about it. let's get things cleaned back up and kind of get things back on the rails here. Not that I've gone completely off the rails. I certainly wouldn't say that, but you know, just letting a little bit here and a little bit there. It's hard when you have to be strict all the time. And, you know, definitely the people around me are not necessarily conducive to my way of eating for the most part. Although I can say my husband has, you know, he's decided to give it a shot. So I'm excited for him, and he's already starting to feel better. So it's incredible that he's doing it. I can't believe it. I thought he would never do it. So, but needless to say, I just, you know, wanted to come in here and talk about mental health and how nutrition does play a factor on this, right? Nutrition does play a factor. Like, why are they writing a whole article and never even mentioning nutrition? That's really sad in my book. It's really, really sad in my book that we are overlooking a whole big aspect of what's causing people all of these problems, and in fact causing most of the problems that we're having. It's really disturbing. It's really disturbing. And it's like, okay, so AARP, you know, what's your motivation? What is your motivation? You know, who's funding this? So, Lord help me. I don't want to be a whole conspiracy theorist, but golly, we all realize at this point that food matters. Food matters. So, I'm back at my house again. I've been out walking for maybe about 15 minutes, and I kind of came back because there was somebody that was mowing their lawn, and I didn't really want to walk past that while I'm trying to record. So I'm going to try to get back out again this afternoon and walk a little bit more because I'm not getting enough exercise. I've really been sitting at my desk a lot lately. So I just wanted to get outside. Let me know what you guys think about this. I mean, did any of you guys see that article in the AARP magazine that was talking about Alzheimer's? What did you think about it? And, you know, what was your impression? What was your take on it? I just don't want to be on medication. And it's like the medication doesn't really heal the problem. It's just addressing a symptom. And, you know, a lot of times the symptom, not even addressing the symptoms well, you know, like you don't feel that much better. And so I would rather not be on medication. You know, I'll take some beef and some beef fat, some, you know, organ meats and stuff as my medication. So I don't have to, you know, deal with Alzheimer's. So I'm really hoping that we can head this off at the pass because I definitely don't want to deal with that. All right, you guys, I got to go back to work. I will talk to you later.